And welcome to Dance Passion. We're live from Sadler's Wells in North London. I'm Rebecca Jones and I couldn't be more excited to be here. You may not know this, but this is the theatre which commissions and puts on more new work than any other in the world. And we're going to be here all afternoon with some of the UK's leading dance companies. So do stay with us for that on Dance Passion. And I'm thrilled because the first company that we're going to be spending some time with is Akram Khan Dance Company. Now, in case you'd like just a little bit of background, what makes the company unique is that it combines classical Indian Kathak with contemporary dance techniques to tell stories both old and new. And we have got such a treat in store for you because the company is working on a brand new piece of work and we are going to give you a bird's eye view into the creative process. The piece is called Outwitting the Devil. They've been working on it for just a handful of weeks and it doesn't receive its world premiere for a few months, and that's going to be in Germany. So you really are getting a chance to be in at the very beginning of the creative process. And I'm thrilled to say that Akram Khan is here with me, as if by magic. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to see what you're doing. Yeah. Outwitting the Devil sounds intriguing. What was the starting point?
Well, I had several starting points, but I would say the first starting point was when I was a child, a young teenager. I was doing arts, and one of the teachers, my art teacher, said to me, showed me a picture and said, "This is the most iconic image ever."
Oh.
And in the Western art scene.
Yeah.
And it was Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. And I remember being fascinated by it, but at the same time completely overwhelmed with questions of, it's interesting, where do I fit into this image? Because it's always about you. When you're growing up,
Yes.
when you're a young person.
Well, maybe when you're grown up as well.
Once you have children, once you have children, everything changes.
Yes.
It's about them.
Yeah.
Jokes aside. So in a sense, what happened was I started to question, this interpretation, it's locked in a particular way. Somebody's seeing it through a particular lens.
Yeah.
Until I saw another artist who's this incredible artist who made a political work called a woman who made a political work called The First Supper as a Response.
Oh.
And it was all women, and it was women from different cultures, and the one sitting in the middle was an Aboriginal woman. She's from Australia, the artist.
Yeah.
And it was just fascinating. And suddenly the second image, which was called The First Supper, I thought, we can unlock this in a way that I can relate to, in a way that I can kind of enter the image in a way, or the idea. And then I was thinking a lot about climate change and what's happening. I was, of course, very aware once I had, more so when I had children.
Yeah. So a lot going on, clearly. Can I just get into the mind of the choreographer? When you walk in the studio for the first time, do you know in your mind what the steps are going to be, or do they only evolve when you're working actually with the dancers?
I don't at all.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I just, it's almost like a blank canvas.
Yeah.
And maybe I've brought a few pigments of colours.
Yeah.
And my paintbrush. That's about it.
Right.
And just an idea of something I'm searching.
Yeah.
The whole idea of, for me, the rehearsal is about searching. And then things start to land and, paint starts to form on the canvas over a period of time. Yeah. But I really hold back with the team to confirm anything too soon. It's really a long process. So you're really coming in at a very early stage where we've actually got some sketch of a scene and maybe something else that we're rehearsing right now, but there's a long way to go.
Okay, well look, will you take us in to meet the team?
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds fascinating.
Yeah, they're rehearsing right now.
Okay. I feel I should whisper.
This is Ruth Little.
Okay, hi Ruth, I'm Rebecca.
Hi,
nice
Rebecca.
to meet you.
And
good, thank
Maven
you.
Coon.
Maven, lovely.
Hey.
Thank you so much. I'd like to have a quick chat with you.
Oh,
but
I'm going to leave you then because I need to get on with them, yeah?
Okay, Akram, great to talk to you. Ruth, before we spend our full time with the rehearsal, you're the dramaturg.
That's right.
What is that? What do you do?
That's the question I'm asked all the time.
Sorry not to be more original.
And the reason it's interesting and complex is because it's a constantly shifting role, I think. I mean, I think of it as a navigational relationship. I support Akram and the creative team in finding a path through the subject matter and the material, and support the research and the contextual thinking around the ideas. So it's a constant dialogue, mostly between me and Akram, but also with the wider team, certainly with Maven, around intentions and pursuing the intentions and the relationship between the movement and the meaning of the piece.
Fascinating. Maven, what do you do? Where do you fit in?
Well, I think I kind of see myself as the eyes between the dancers and Akram and Ruth. My job is really to carry the dancers into their world and to prepare the dancers, not just physically in terms of their dancing, but in terms of their whole sensibility and manner in which they're going to work through the process and then through the tours and the performances to get into their world. So it's a kind of emotional and physical responsibility that I have.
And he brings huge rigour to that process.
So you're putting the dancers through their paces?
Yes, but not just from a physical perspective. No. It's a much more complex idea of how to bring them into their world, into Akram and Ruth's world. Really.
I understand. Just before you go, I was saying that you've rehearsed for 4 weeks, but you don't actually premiere this piece for several months. So typically, how long is a rehearsal process?
Or how long is a piece of string? Whatever Akram can get, basically. And his process, I think, is interesting. He asks for as much time as he can, not only in rehearsal, but before rehearsal. So there's always a development and workshop period, which is absolutely crucial, because that's the place where we test out a lot of ideas and make a lot of deliberate errors, in a way, because you throw everything into that space to see what has resilience and what's curious and complex and interesting. So we take all the time we can get. I mean, it's usually, how long is it?
It's about
7-8 weeks of rehearsal, but then usually several weeks throughout the year before that, where we all come together.
And actually what's interesting with Akram's work, which is where my job comes in, is that the process actually continues through the whole tour. So it's a process that continues really for 2 or 3 years.
Yes,
right.
And that's a very specific way of working, as opposed to preparing the dancers for a show that just then goes on tour. So it's a completely different way of getting them ready for a long journey with the work.
That's a fascinating insight, just what we're after on Dance Passion. Thank you both so much.
Pleasure.
I will let you get on with your work.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's watch the rehearsal. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Ready? Yeah, ready when you are.
Okay. Do you need to see any?
Sorry?
Do you want to see any section first?
Yeah, maybe. Guys, can we go through the opening? Yeah? Let's go through the opening. That'd be great. So just to go through it for myself, so Dominique is the first one that comes in. Yes. And once you're here, Sam starts to come in. After Sam, it is Jimmy, James, and then after James, it is Maithili, Ching Ying, and last is Andrew on the music that who called it? I'm going to say Jimmy called it the horror music. All right. Now it's official. He was questioning, very much that he felt frustrated. This was before we met. He felt frustrated because he was questioning if he was doing it well or not. Right. And I said, your role is the task. Keep talking to yourself the answer, sentences, and you're trying to find. That's all it is. The fact that you're questioning it means that you're on the outside judging it, right?
Yes,
I think.
Are you worried that this is going to go
We can stop it and yeah. Oh, the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh,
because they're filming.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So now they're looking at the wall. You have in your wall.
With or without video.
With or without video, yeah. You assume they're not here. And then... You ready, Lena?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go. I don't think we found it, but I like the simplicity.
It's much,
Yeah,
much
better.
than it was.
Yeah?
Has he been given a note about being neutral, about staying neutral? Have you had that conversation?
A lot. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We have, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's much better to be very simple.
Okay, so the position, when he goes down, I realized what doesn't work is that this is from earlier. This is one of the first times he was doing it, so it's a residue.
Yeah.
When he goes down, he feels like he's going to sleep,
Yeah.
and that's wrong.
That's true.
Yes,
So it has to keep that kind of style of
Yes.
sense of melting.
because then he's coming back up again.
Yeah, I know.
It's really weird, yeah.
Almost instantly. Because we'll come back to it.
Yeah, we should use it again.
Yeah.
It's a long way for him to go down now. But only, I think partly because they move in different positions. It's not his fault, it's just the way it's positioned. The room changes, of course, because they're using different studios, but maybe we should put a mark on the floor. That way it's always consistent.
Do you want Sam to lift his left hand at the same time as the others do?
Yes.
I just think it makes that movement look more...
We're going to synchronize everything.
Okay.
That's okay, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they were doing it differently, but you start looking at different people for the...
Exactly. It just gives you a sense of a world coming
Yes.
into being.
Yes.
That's together.
It's nice he got up at that top music. Yeah. So we're a bit late, but that's fine. Keep going, keep going.
So this is new.
Yeah. Because he was coming up, and I was like, when did you wake up? That was unclear. so much at the beginning, so I come with force, but actually it's a subtle.
But that's always the way it goes, isn't it? You say it,
But you like
you
it.
realise it's already being expressed. So.
But it works for you.
Yeah, it does.
It's so unnatural.
Too much.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
En ces jours, en ces jours distants, en ces nuits anciennes, en ces années,
There's something about the tension which I'm not getting
en ces
between
années
her and him.
distantes,
Because when you hear the voice, you go, okay, and you see everyone coming here. So you're like, okay, we focus here.
Yeah, so you
And I
lose,
wonder, yes, and I wonder if something she has to be doing to make us go, there is a
en ces jours,
tension going on.
Yeah.
There's a relationship
I mean,
between those
Nadine
two.
might have something
Lighting,
to say about
yeah.
this. Yeah, I'm not saying solve it with lighting,
Yeah.
but it
But she
would
might
be interesting
propose
to
it.
know what kind of world she's
en
going to.
ces nuits,
Is she part of the same
en
space?
ces nuits anciennes,
Yeah, exactly, that's true. Yeah.
en ces années distantes, en ces jours anciens, en ces années distantes, en ces jours anciens, quand toute chose avait
7, 8.
en ces temps anciens, quand à toute chose était donné une place, quand le pain était d'abord dégusté dans les temples sacrés de ce pays,
I'm going to create a few more variations here.
en ces
So
temps
the screaming.
anciens, quand à toute chose avait été donné une place, quand le pain était d'abord dégusté dans les temples sacrés de ce pays, quand le feu avait été quand les cieux avaient été séparés de la terre, quand la terre avait été séparée des cieux, quand l'humanité avait été aspergée, 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 quand l'humanité avait été aspergée.
I wonder if he should go something.
Probably good to be aware,
Just, yeah.
become aware of his own tremor.
One, 7, 8. Nice. He goes back. Oh, I like that she might go through them. It's nice if she comes through them and then goes out
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to make them
Yeah,
join.
right.
She did it by accident now. 2, 3, 3, 2. 9, 10, 11, 2. studio space. But it's better, no? I like when they fall, they turn suddenly and then slow down. Up, 6, 7, 8. He's turning this way, and he should be coming like this to me, not directly. They're still, again, like the beginning.
What's that?
Like the beginning.
Yes, that's true. Except that I completely missed the gesture towards...
Yeah? You missed the gesture, say?
Well, I know he's not trying to stop the music, but I completely missed him putting his...
Oh yeah, he didn't do it this time. Yeah.
Wasn't that absolutely thrilling? And just think that's only 4 weeks of rehearsal. Who knows what it's going to look like at the end of the rehearsal process. What an absolute privilege to be able to be here to watch that. Unfortunately, we are going to have to leave it there. We'll leave the company rehearsing behind us, though. We will be back here, though, at Sadler's Wells later this afternoon with English National Ballet, so do stay with us for a very special rehearsal from them. In the meantime, if you want to find out more about Dance Passion, don't forget you can go to the website bbc.co.uk/dance, and we would love to hear your dance passion, so don't forget forget the hashtag Dance Passion. But for now, from all of us here, thank you for watching and enjoy Dance Passion.